So I'm talking today, I was the interactive producer on Over the Rainbow, and you saw Tessa had a chart up there about some of the numbers we managed to pull in the middle of the week, and a lot of that was due to the huge stuff that's going on in the industry, so second screen stuff and gamification and all the rest of it. But there was something very significant going on there, and that was our ability as interactive producers to take hold of the little things. So what I want to talk about today is making sure we capitalize on these little nuggets of internet goodness that, and make more room for them now. That's me. Oh, there we go. So, why? The internet is a place of huge technology and amazing, amazing things, but it's also a place of ridiculous stupidness, and we're going to need volume for this, please. For example. That's the Inception button. It went around a few years ago, and it went fairly viral, and it's just something that I wanted to point out about the gimmick about the internet, and it's something that's so easy to incorporate into television. For example, some of the things that we're doing at the moment, both at CBC and elsewhere in the television world, just seeing some of this stuff play out and some of the ramifications of that. So this is the Republic of Doyle app, which you can play along with on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. on CBC. Download it on your iPhone or your iPad. It syncs to the television. It provides exclusive content, but it also has a giant red button. So, despite appearances, we've done a huge amount of demonstrations with this, with executives in the room and millions of different people, and the thing that they tweet about or the thing that they really like is the stupid little red button saying, oh yeah. Another example, Over the Rainbow, as I said before, we did huge amounts of like technologically innovative stuff, but we also had a really charismatic host, which helped us out because he gets this space, okay? So Darren Jones, huge social media following, a really, really nice guy. I'll say that too because he's now on Hockey Night in Canada. He was willing to play, so I'm just going to play this clip. It's fairly self-explanatory what we did, little Twitter game to get his Twitter audience watching the television.
Night at 8 o'clock for the live results show. Thanks for watching. I'm Darren Jones. Honey Badger don't care. Good night.
So it's hard to definitively say like whether or not our Twitter stuff actually influenced our ratings, but they did go up that week, and we trended nationally in Canada with that little game. So didn't affect production at all. Very easy thing to do, but people were willing to say, yeah, sure, he can say Honey Badger don't care on television. That's totally fine. Community, another really, really big player in this space. I know this is an old example, but it's certainly a good one.
There's a couple of things that we were hoping that you'd help us with.
Yes, like where does the water go in the iron?
And what's the iron for?
And what gets out Kool-Aid stains?
Yeah, we already know that the opposite color Kool-Aid doesn't work.
Also, Troy scraped me when we were fork jousting last week, and I don't think it's healing right.
Oh, Abed, that's infected.
Infected, that's the word I was looking for.
So Annie's move, the characters were tweeting the move of Annie, who's one of the characters in there, and wearing these Annie's Moves hashtag t-shirts. Again, really simple idea, trended in America, and it's also become synonymous with their social stuff. Different format, again, amazing example.
These are lists on Twitter, you guys, where we give you the topic and you send in the tweets. So since The Dark Knight Rises hits theaters tomorrow, you guys excited about that thing? I went on Twitter and I started a hashtag called Fake Dark Knight Spoiler. And I asked you guys at home to tweet out a made-up spoiler for The Dark Knight Rises. I made up one. I said that Bane and Batman actually become friends because they realize they both love One Direction. We got thousands of tweets, so in fact, it was a worldwide trending topic, which is awesome. So thank you for sending in those tweets to us. It makes it so fun. So now, I thought I'd share some of my favorite fake Dark Knight spoiler tweets from you guys. Here we go. This one's from @CarlSNES He says, Bruce Wayne has a son who he calls Lil Wayne. Well.
So yeah, again, it's a natural fit for the show, and it's bridging the social and the television worlds. I've got one last example for you. This is more of a bit of a fail. I'll play it first and then talk about it.
Oh my, is it yearbook time already?
The company has acquired an up-and-coming social networking site called YouFace, so each executive has to set up their YouFace page. Now this picture will be my FOLO,
Not a word.
which is a contraction for photo and hello. YouFace. Who are you facing?
Now, the unfortunate thing with this, they had the pop culture reference and then the joke in there, obviously, but thousands of people then went online and Googled YouFace. And unfortunately, those thousands of people figured out that it's a domain name owned by a Uzbekistani social networking site. So again, it's like setting up the joke, but they didn't kind of think in this way to deliver on making Jack Donaghy's YouFace page. So why do this stuff? Because good ideas, they're shareable. And there's the buzz factor there. There is potential to create new viewers. Your fans will love you, and your super fans will love you even more. And we saw this a lot on Over the Rainbow. You don't really have to change that much, and it doesn't have to cost that much. And I think this sort of little things thinking is applicable to whatever we do. In the formats that we have now and the formats that we're about to create, just think about the little gimmicks that kind of add a bit more of an experience to your users and your viewers. So how? Embracing your digital culture from the top down, so having people who are working in this space that understand what's going on. It's often really difficult to argue, hey, wouldn't it be great if you had a hashtag on a t-shirt, because it's really hard to say what the payoff's going to be, but you need yes people to make those things happen in the first place, and if you don't have them, then these ideas are never going to come off the ground. We need to establish flexible production environments, so being able to react to things quickly on the fly, that doesn't always work in traditional television because we have so many different layers and so many different stakeholders and stuff. So any way that we can make it easier to get these ideas through will help. Embed digital people everywhere. And by this, I don't mean digital producers. I mean just people who tweet, people who understand, and people who don't kind of undermine that world or dismiss that world, people who kind of realize its potential. There's so much creative brain potential. Right now, as a television industry, the 15-year-old kids in their basements around the world are beating us in this space. And I don't think that's right. We should beat them. So join the fight.